Alright, what's going on guys? It's your boy James Michael from Jam Reviews here today with my top 5 Max cushion shoes of 2019. And you know, your boy Jimmy loves the cushion for the pushing when it comes to the pace. Now these shoes are the ones that you wear when you want some more comfort. When you don't need to go fast, you may need a recovery run shoe, you may want a shoe that you can just walk in, you may want a shoe that just feels good to have on your feet. And these shoes can all be those shoes that can hold you down when you're like, I need some cushion. Max cushion. And typically, Max cushion shoes are going to be a little more of a heavy duty workhorse shoe. Most times a little more heavier than your daily trainers, in which I do have a video down below of my daily trainers and my lightweight trainers. So if you want to see those videos, they're directed down below. But as of right now, we are focusing on the Max cushion shoes. So at number 5, we got the Mizuno Wave Sky 3. I know, Jamie, you didn't review the shoe, how do you know? Well, because I have the shoe, and sometimes I get shoes that I just don't have time to review, or I don't have anyone to help me review it. So I wear it, I like it, and I'm like, alright, cool, I'll just keep wearing it. And this one is definitely one of the ones that surprised me, because this is the one shoe that Mizuno say, you know what, we don't want that traditional wave plate technology in here. We want to make it a little more softer, a little more modern, a little more adaptable, a little more cushion. It's literally a better shoe. I mean, this is probably my favorite Mizuno shoe of the year. I think it fit great. It may have been a little clunky, but most of these shoes have to be a little clunky because they're Max cushion shoes. There's just more stack height, there's more going on. So we can't fault them for what they are. That's just weird. Well, you can, but you know. It was just a pleasant shoe to have on. Like, I could definitely say that if you're a Mizuno fan, you cannot go wrong with this shoe. So, at number 5, Mizuno Wave Sky 3. It's knit. So, did I add the word knit to it? I'll just say 3. At number 5. At number 4, we got the On Running Cloud Swift. Now, this was a shoe that when I first saw it, I was like, okay, what are we doing here, On? Because you guys are trying to be different by being a little more of a natural feeling, more of a flexible shoe with the cloud technology and compression and all that nonsense. But now you're trying to go into the, you know, the area where everyone's doing the high cushion shoes, and here you are. You're supposed to be different, but you're being like everyone else. But I think the Cloud Swift found that little balance, like right there, that I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing, and I like it. Now, I'm not the biggest On running fan out there, but like this shoe's for me was nice. The upper, the one-piece fit, the knit, the breathability of the shoe, it was really nice. And it kind of has that Ultra Boost-esque like feel to it as far as like the upper having that cage and the knit, but I think it was a little more functional. It still contained my footing well, and that extra cushion of the Helion foam really gave the shoe a little more life. It was definitely one of the shoes that you can go fast in, but it just had that cushion to where you didn't feel so beat up. So I would say out of all the shoes on this list, it's probably the more responsive one, but it kind of has enough cushion where I can put it in that Max cushion shoe realm, because out of On running shoes, this is definitely that shoe. And I like it a lot. I really do. Number 4, hold it down. P.O.P. Mama, I love you. At number 3, we got the Skechers Max Road 4. Now, there's one thing that makes this shoe so special, and I'm not sure how they did it. This shoe is a Max cushion shoe. And as I was saying, typically these Max cushion shoes got a lot of shoe within the shoe. It's a lot going on. You got the cushion, the padding, the tongue, all that rubber. This shoe is so freaking light. Like, it could almost compete with like their lighter weight daily trainers as far as weight. And this shoe still has Max cushion, hence it's called Max Road. Now the only thing about this shoe that I didn't quite like was the upper. It was a little sloppy at faster speeds, but this is a longer run shoe, recovery run shoe. So for the purpose of running a more slower, more modest pace, it's not gonna bother you. But to be that light, man. And apparently Skechers has heard the people about the upper, and so they're literally fixing it by making a plus version with a more snug traditional upper. I'm like, well, I already have your Max Road number 3, and you're gonna fix the one issue that I had with it and make it, bruh, 2020 is gonna be lit. But as far as 2019, the Max Road is definitely like some magical genius as far as weight to cushion ratio. There's nothing out there like it. And I believe this is Connor's favorite Max cushion shoe. And I would say sometimes it is mine too. It depends on the day. But as far as today, which tomorrow might change, this is my number 3. All right, we're getting to the nitty gritty. At number 2, we got the New Balance 1080 V10. It came out literally at the end of the year. So here we are. We got it in hand. We did the review. Links down below. Mary Beth was in it. For those who don't know Mary Beth, she's like the person on my channel that everyone loves more than me, unfortunately. But it's okay. I see why. Let's start with the foam. Fresh Foam X. Now everybody's doing update to their foams, and the Fresh Foam X is probably one of the better ones that I've seen. It's good. It's nice. Like, I'm so excited about Fresh Foam X and other shoes. I don't want to like disregard the 1080, but I'm excited. But the 1080 is cush. It is plush. It is very nice. And you have that new hypo knit upper, so it's definitely a whole revamp than what the shoe was. I mean, 4 years ago, when they first added fresh foam to the shoe, it was like, okay, this is cool. This is soft. This is like a different shoe. And I know it's like risky, but I like that. New Balance is taking risk with their mainline models, and it's paying off. I would say the only thing about this shoe that you may not like is it's a little snug in the midfoot. Other than that, I mean, I think it's great. It's definitely more on the cushion end, but that is the whole point of the list. Max cushion shoes. So number 2, it could easily be number 1 if you want it to be. But for me, number 2 of 2019, which gets us into number 1. Now, you probably saw this one coming, but yes, in 2019, Saucony came out of nowhere, like RKO out of nowhere. And I was out for the count. And I said right here in this very seat, and I said, guys, what is this? I didn't expect this. The Saucony Triumph 17 is the real deal. It is by far my favorite max cushion shoe in a while. And here's the thing, I was never a huge fan of the Triumph series. I wore it sometimes, I liked some, I didn't like some, I hated others. This one was a whole new ballgame. Like, what is this? The Power Run Plus foam. Plush, but not sloppy. Responsive enough to where if you want to go fast, you can. It's not a speed shoe. It's not get that confused. It's not going fast. But as far as being a cushy shoe, it has a little pop to it. More so than some of the other shoes on the list. But the fit of the upper, that form fit upper, boy. And Saucony, if you're watching this, 2020 is yours to lose. Because right now, the ball's in your court. The people are waiting. You give us new foams. You're giving us new shoes, and the Triumph 17 is like that shoe that just got it all started. I'm still wearing it. I wore it twice last week. I love that shoe a lot. That's just how I feel. So you guys definitely deserve number 1, the Saucony Triumph 17 Power Run Foam Form Fit. Oh, it's so good. So good. But that is my list. Please, as always, let me know your top shoe in the max cushion category. What shoe this year in 2019 gave you more cushion for the pushing when it comes to pace? There's a whole lot out there, so definitely let me know what you think about my list. And if you don't like my list, make sure you put your list down so I can see what you got going on. One time, you might be an expert. I don't know, maybe I'm losing my touch. I hope not though. But those are my top shoes in the max cushion category. If you want to see my lightweight trainers, my daily trainers, there'll be links down below. Check those out too. And with that said, be sure to stay in school, don't do drugs, and if you can, please, just please, keep it tight.